Hey everyone, this is Mosk from Skull Bros Tabletop, bringing you a response video to Vince Venturella's topic of the week on Warhammer Quest. So, this week, first of all, I apologize for my voice. I've been traveling in South Korea for the last couple weeks, and I just got back to the United States, and I brought back a super nice little flu. And so I've been sick, and that's another reason why I've waited so long to produce this video, is I was hoping that my voice would clear up and I'd be able to do a little bit, not have the sick voice going on. With that, in the background, you're seeing the mobile game called Warhammer Quest. You can get it for both the Android, iOS operating systems, and also you can get it through Steam. I've played it on all three of these. I really enjoy it. I basically have capped out all the characters on the iPod version of it, and then just recently I found out that it came out for the Android. Bought it for the Android. It's relatively cheap, but I think it's very much worth the money. It's a good little time waster. The video that you're seeing is some video screen recordings that I took while I was on the plane going from the United States to South Korea and back. So, anyway, getting on to the topic at hand. Warhammer Quest is back. Now, for many of you, you might remember Hero Quest. Now, Hero Quest was my gateway drug, if you will, to miniature wargaming. My brother, my brother's about 10 years older than me, and I remember him bringing it, like showing some old White Dwarf magazine, explaining it, and we started playing it. Since then, I have played Hero Quest, Warhammer Quest, and Dungeon Saga, which is Mantic Games' version of Hero Quest, and I enjoy all of them. I've also recently been enjoying, as you can see, this mobile game called Warhammer Quest, and I, again, highly encourage anyone who is interested in dungeon crawler games to pick it up. It's very much worth the money, and also the additional content is very much worth it. I really enjoy the Witch Hunter, which previously in this video you saw some footage of me using my Witch Hunter, but there's several different characters on it. Anyway, back to I guess Vince posed a couple questions that I want to go through about what we think about Warhammer Quest. Now, first of all, I think this is a great thing. I think this is a very good move for Games Workshop to do. This is, as I said, Hero Quest was my gateway drug into Warhammer, or into miniature wargaming in general. I think that this is great for the community, and it will bring in a lot of new players. Because one great thing that there was about Warhammer Quest was I've heard it described as a beer and pretzels style Dungeons and Dragons. It's a very simple RPG set. You don't need to memorize a whole ton of rules. The Dungeon Master doesn't need to know a whole ton of rules. And you can explain the rules relatively quickly, and you can be on to having some dungeon adventures within probably about 20 minutes of setup and explanation. It's a game. Warhammer Quest, Hero Quest was originally for a game for 5 people. You had a dungeon master, and then 4 characters. You had a dwarf, elf, wizard, and barbarian. And it provided a good, fun night's worth of enjoyment there. And one thing that it did was it opened me to the world of Warhammer. We got the White Dwarf magazine that was announcing it, and then we were able to see all of the other war games that Games Workshop had at that point, and get into the lore of it. It sucked us in, and since then we've kind of become army whores, me and my brother, and between us, we pretty much have every Warhammer army up until 8th edition. Now, with that, what do I think of this new Warhammer Quest box? I like the figs. I have nothing wrong with them. They're not my style. I'm not a Slaanesh guy. I'm not a Tzeentch guy. Please forgive me, Slaanesh, for saying that. I am very much a Slaanesh guy. I have something like 20 of the basic troops for Tzeentch, and I don't want any more basic troops for Tzeentch, but on the other hand, my brother is a Thousand Suns player in 40k, so I think he'll be very much interested in this. I think from what I've seen, all the models I've seen, the set looks awesome, and I've said this already, I think it's going to bring a lot of people into the hobby as giving them a gateway in. I'm not going to probably buy it. If they come out with a rules book for it that I can purchase on, like, individually, I will think about buying into that. But I don't really have any need for any of the figs in the box, except for the Barbarian. One thing that's been key with all of these dungeon crawling games is there's always been a Barbarian. Warhammer Quest had it, Hero Quest had it, and Dungeon Saga even has it. I love the look of this new Barbarian champion. I have something like 100 the Marauders of Chaos, and I painted them up to look a little bit more like Norska. I really enjoy the look of just evil men or Viking-esque barbarian, Conan the Barbarian, He-Man style, and this Barbarian champion looks just absolutely phenomenal. Vince mentioned in his video that he's hoping that there's a unit that comes out that matches with this, that's not an evil or chaos marauder, but just a generic marauder or generic barbarian infantry unit. And I also hope that this will happen. I think that figure is the best thing that came out of this box, and I will definitely be picking up some bits of that. And then with this, I hope that there's additional content that comes out. I hope that there's additional box sets of Warhammer Quest, different expansions, different new full boxes that have different bad guys in it. For example, just I'm not interested in the Tzeentch, but if they came out with like an undead or an orcs and goblins one, I'd be totally buying it right there. I think this is a great direction, and I hope to see a lot more content come out for this Warhammer Quest. I hope people actually will try out the game of Warhammer Quest, not just use this box as a way of getting some cool Slaanesh figs, but really getting in and embracing the game. Warhammer Quest, Hero Quest, again, was one of my favorite games of all time. It still is. I have it on my shelf. I play it regularly, and I still get hours of enjoyment out of it. Then also recently with this game that you've been watching in the background, this Warhammer Quest, I really enjoyed as well. It plays, when I'm playing this mobile game, I very much feel like I'm playing Warhammer Quest only by myself, so it's a little bit more sad, I guess. But I really enjoy this game. I recommend anyone snagging it, and in the future, I hope to bring out some more content about Warhammer Quest, Hero Quest, and possibly even Dungeon Saga. Just more about this style of game, this beer and pretzel style Dungeons & Dragons, for those who are looking for a different type of experience and play. I also recommend all of you to go and check out Hooves of Doom's video on Hero Quest, his deep dive. That Vince Venturella linked that in the bottom of his Topic of the Week video. Recommend you guys to checking that out. He did a wonderful job explaining Hero Quest, and beyond that, I think I've talked enough. I'm super excited about this. I hope you all check it out, look into it, and actually try out the game. And I hope to bring out some more content in the next little bit showing Hero Quest, the mobile app Warhammer Quest, and possibly even other style dungeon crawlers. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have fun.